Can we pretend we have a guest so I can sit down?
Sure.
All right.
Wow, the stage is empty tonight. 3 lonely microphones sitting alone. Why don't you interview the microphones? Pretend they're guests.
Yeah, let's get a little feedback.
Microphone number 1. How's your evening?
That was for all the dads. It's for all the dads out there. Not proud of it. Had to do it.
We've got our British ladies of true crime coming. What's it? March 10th? Is that going to be? Will that be next week?
These
Yes.
are the hand people.
The red-handed
March 11th,
red-handed podcast. I say this just in case there's an episode coming up where I'm going to be interviewing people, and they have a podcast. So if you want to get out in front of it and go like, whoa, you'll have familiarity.
Don't we have a clip from that episode that we could show tonight to get people to interested? Why don't we just check out the clip? Check out the clip there. Just turn around and look. You fucking idiot! There's no clip. How would we have a clip? It's in the future.
Do you stand up the whole time?
It depends.
Why don't you be the guest? Take a load off.
Don't nobody want to hear about me.
No, not true.
We can.
I'm not that good an interviewer. We're not going to learn that much about you.
We can always pull somebody up too.
No, don't. No. I wish I could go back in time and stop. Just
Remember French Spencer?
Let me. Let me come around to that idea. I just want to have a sense of control and comfort in my life. I just want permission to like myself again. I just want to get over my approval addiction, my narcissism, my fluctuating weight. I need a new pair of shoes. Here's something relatable. Like at least 2 of my 6 surveillance cameras are hardly weatherproof.
Oh yeah.
Hello. When it's raining is when I want to see if there's someone outside.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm foggy when it's raining. Oh, great. Because when has anyone ever had a creepy person outside their house in the rain?
You got to get on those neighborhood things on like Facebook.
Oh, the NextDoor app. I got my NextDoor.
NextDoor's too much. They want too much info. They'll give out like your fucking location.
I know it feels like it's just such a weird thing. I'm like, yeah. my name is Knight Rider on there because I'm like, well, it just seems, but it's like, secret. Well, my. Because Cody used like a code name, and I'm like, but other people are clearly not using a code name. And then I'm like, oh, because I gave my first piece of advice because somebody lost their cat, and I was like, hey, I think I saw your cat in my backyard, and they had identified it as an outdoor cat, and I was like, I really don't want to be this guy, and I wouldn't say this if I had seen anyone else say it because you're none of my beeswax, but got major coyote shit going on up here, and I had to say where I was. I'm like, oh, I'm right up here. And I'm like, well, so what is I guess I'm agreeing with you. I'm like, well, how can you have like a NextDoor app kind of thing without everybody just having your address? And then it's not like there's
Facebook. So on the old Facebook, every neighborhood has a group, right? And you can get on. You don't have to like do anything other than just look at that page because it'll tell you what's going on immediately. Like somebody will be like, I heard gunshots. And then 4 or 5 people will be like, I heard gunshots in this location. And you don't have to use, you don't have to give up your actual like info. NextDoor is sketch.
I don't know. I don't know if they want credit for this insight or not. So I'm going to give them their anonymity. But I have a friend who we were talking about the NextDoor app, and they said it's just I don't know how they phrased it, but they basically implied like, it's just making people more racist. It's just a bunch of people like saying there's a brown skinned girl casing my house, and people are like now just using the word casing to refer to pedestrians in their neighborhood. Like everyone wants to be the first person to notice someone casing their house.
That's why Facebook's great, because there's a lot of different ethnicities watching people post. So if somebody's like, took a picture of this dude, I think he stole my bike.
But
50 people jump on.
I need to try to understand this thing though, because to the extent that it's accountable to the planet, how is it? I guess the idea is if you seal it off, then that's like the psychological equivalent of a gated community. It kind of promotes this sort of white flight maybe mentality where it's like our neighborhood is precious, and as opposed to our neighborhood is something that only we care about, and it keeps it positive. It's a permeable membrane.
Yeah.
It's like greenhouse gas. Like you need to get that shit out.
Yeah.
You can't trap it in.
You can't have them in the greenhouse for sure.
Because if you're comporting yourself when you talk to your neighbors about your neighborhood in a way that only that is suitable for the planet to comment on, that's a good exercise.
Yeah, it keeps us all neighborly. If you know that you have to speak about the neighborhood in a way that your neighbors won't get pissed about.
Here's the thing that I already hate, because I knew I was going to see it. I just it's the architecture snobbery, like the way people force it in. It's like a running gag. Like someone will go, lost cat. I lost my cat. Its name's Vanilla. It answers to anything because it's a fucking cat. It's never answered anything in its life. Its brain is a cluster of nerves in its head, and it owns us. But I love cats. But sorry, derailed myself. But like oh, I haven't seen my cat, and then like it'll be a couple comments like, oh, I think I had a cat like that once, or someone will go, like, I think I saw that cat, and then like third one will be, well. Maybe it broke its own neck while turning it away from the eyesore on the corner of... and then everyone's like, yo, that fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Like, who builds right out to the property line? Like, I hate modern architecture. Yeah, what is the... I'm like, what you fuck... Like, I don't know. Like...
You will lose hours looking at that shit, because on Facebook, they're mad that the Whole Foods 360 is now just going to be a regular Whole Foods. It's like a huge,
I guess some of that
deal.
stuff I find important, but I draw the line. I don't know why I draw the line. I know why I draw the line, because it's something I don't know about, and but I just feel like, well, goddamn, dude, we sell each other lots of land, like in these parcels. You're not even allowed to dig down, and like just AT&T owns everything 5 feet underneath your fire hydrant, and mobile is licensing any aluminum you might find from. You don't even really own the fucking land anymore. If you want to build a tree house, and if they want to, they can come kick it down and write Jew on your forehead. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it just feels like those are the times we're living in, and. I just can't stand that idea that on top of that, then your neighbors are like judging you based on like, his front door is like right next to the sidewalk. Well,
yeah.
If that's what they want, I
will tell you that LA is.
Who cares?
I mean, I think they care because they have a general. I understand that they're like maybe more classically educated than me, or they're more.
I think there's something wrong with me because I just don't care.
I
about
definitely
that.
would never notice a fucking eyesore in my
neighborhood. I would
neighborhood.
be like, how does that affect me? Why spend time thinking about it?
But the only thing that I'll think is that I'll go like, well, maybe for those people, maybe when they look out their front door, when they walk their dog, maybe they have the same uncontrollable reaction to looking down their sidewalk that I have, maybe at looking at your punctuation or something. I'm not a grammar master, but like if you use the wrong form of your or something, like maybe some people just couldn't give a piss about that, and they won't get hung up about it. And and maybe maybe if I could understand that everyone was just being the way that they really are.
Yeah, but you're a writer and you're a word person. Like your life is words. These people are just looking at a house, and they're not architects.
Well,
they're
I don't.
not
But I don't.
door builders.
But
they're not like line.
But my
drawers.
vocation isn't the reason why that's a byproduct of the fact that I care about the aesthetics of letters on a screen. You know, like it's. I'm saying
It's a kind of an LA thing to shit talk architecture. Though.
I just I guess it makes me feel insecure because I feel like a lower class person that like made good and moved to LA, and I just have this like I've never felt like I understand you can't buy class, you know, and then like I just have this panic when people are like, you know, oh, what are these people Armenian? Why do they have columns in their thing? And it's like, well, because they work their whole life to fucking have a house. What the fuck?
They like columns.
What, do you want their house
columns.
to look like yours?
Yeah,
Everyone wants to be the first act of Beetlejuice. Like that's gonna make you.
We always give this place a hard. It's a weird thing. I think people in LA tend to shit talk it. You get to this period where you don't shit talk it, and then I think you shit talk it again after your first year here. You're like, fuck this place. There's no jazz and no tall buildings, and there's no downtown, and then you love
There's
it.
no jazz and tall buildings,
right? And then
where should I live? Where should I live?
And then 5 years later, you're like, fucking traffic, and I can't pay my rent. And then 10 years later, you're like into the groove, and you're not complaining about that shit, but you're complaining. You're like, look at this fucking French gate on this Spanish house with this Japanese roof.
Right.
Who put AstroTurf on the porch? I pay too much rent to have to live across the street.
You think that's
from
like
that hodgepodge house?
It's like settling in. It's like the Steve Martin observation about how it's beautiful that everyone that comes out here can be in their own world.
Yeah.
Like that actually is still a valid observation, I think. It's
You're
still
stuck
how I
in
think of
everybody's
LA.
heaven.
But like there maybe I'm going to sound like a really jaded, nasty person, but I'll just if I choose my words right, everyone's going to like me, right? It almost it seems like what you're describing is like you settle into kind of I guess I live in LA now in spite of the fact that I really don't want to anymore. Or you're like you're kind of like, well, I guess this is where I live now. Like
it's
and it's not
tier
because
shit
I'm
talk.
like I got an audition on Thursday that might like mean my like LA is like very much thrives on this anticipation energy, but there's certainly not enough anticipation to go around for the however many millions of people live in LA.
No.
So the many people do have to provide us with the foundation of a society, which is for them to settle in and go like, well, this neighborhood hasn't been the same since they opened that booby boob. You know, but most people are like, I don't give a fuck. I'll throw a Snickers bar out the window. I'm about to be Spielberg.
Right. It makes you feel. That's why I always send a special shout out to people from Los Angeles. Because I'm like, you guys have to put up with so many people coming here and fucking this place up. It's amazing that they hang on to any authenticity. And I think one of the ways that they do that is by complaining about the shit that we build because we missed Wisconsin or we missed Kansas. So we're like, man, I got to build a fucking house out of wood instead of building what they actually build with out of here. So you see these neighborhoods that are like ding, dong, ding, all sorts of different shit. And I think that's how we live. We live by complaining about the place but loving it. You know, I think.
Well, I wish they could remember the love a little bit. Maybe
I think Los Angelinos love it.
Love hating gaudy houses.
Yeah,
I just want them to smile then, like when you love something. I think
the locals, the locals love it. If they're from here, they don't leave. They don't kick us out. They don't make it too hard to transplant here. I think it's like I said. I think it's us. We get here and we're like, oh, give me my shit. And then LA is like, and if you're lucky, you live here long enough to complain about the pagoda that just got built.
I guess, but then, okay, I'll
join in.
I'll process myself. I'll go, okay, but Dan, you're telling me that there's nothing that your next door neighbor can do to make you want to raise a complaint with some counsel or something. Well, I think probably not ever, never. I mean, I can't imagine that, but I will. I mean, a thing that would make me wish that they would do something different. I guess it would just be about the kind of empirical demonstrations of squalor. So while here I am sitting here saying to people who have an opinion about a gray slab of concrete, that you have to steer around when you drive past their house because they wanted to make the most out of every square inch of the property they're built on. And I'm saying to those people that have a complaint about that, hey, relax. But okay, it's worth noting that if you had an engine block on your front lawn, while I probably would never come to say anything about it except to Cody, I would every time I saw it, I'd be like, well, you make it look like we're unhappy. You know, so I have aesthetic opinions. They're just lower class ones.
Band practice. Those are the two words that would get you to speak to your neighbor.
Oh, no, I don't know. I mean, I've sat in my bed and there's been like people playing music so loud that I got neighbors texting me. Yeah. Or like, is that you? No, it's not. I think that's so-and-so. I don't know who it is. It's loud over here too. Cody, while I wasn't there once, went over and talked to some people. I think there's an Airbnb near my place. Rob Corddry stayed there.
Snitch.
No, he snitched.
Snitch.
Snitch. He was doing work at his house and he saw my Wi-Fi at the Airbnb he was staying at. Remember? It was
how did he know it was yours?
He says Harmon Wi-Fi.
Oh God damn it.
And I still haven't changed it. You got to encrypt that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Come on my Wi-Fi. You get what you deserve. I hope you access my camera I hope you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Choke on it. Choke on me rubbing my nipple while I grunt horrible Minotaur-like expressions under my breath. Like,
full phrases.
I love it. I don't know if I say anything while I'm jerking off. Like Superman could tell you.